My best friend answered my wife's phone at 1 a.m., and that's how I learned my entire marriage was a lie.
My name is Nathan Castillo, and until about a month ago, I was the poster child for clueless husbands everywhere. The kind of man who thought a stable job, 2 cats, and a wife who occasionally kissed him on the cheek meant life was steady, predictable, safe. Turns out, stability is a fragile illusion easier to shatter than a cheap wine glass at a bad wedding. I had a simple routine. Wake up at 6:30, drink coffee strong enough to burn a hole through concrete, scroll my phone while soft jazz played in the background, convincing me I had my life together. Then I'd drive to my job as a logistics coordinator, making sure boxes reach the right destinations without plunging the universe into chaos. I liked my job. It was logical. To be no surprises. My wife, Lisa, claimed she worked in public relations. What she actually did was post latte photos with captions like hustle culture vibes and call it branding. She crafted her entire identity around curated aesthetics, perfect hair, perfect clothes, perfect lies. I used to think it was just a quirky hobby. Now I see it for what it was, a full-time job in deception. But the person I trusted the most? Kevin, my best friend. My brother? The guy with a spare key to our house who used it like he paid the mortgage. He was always there, ready with a beer and a sympathetic ear, telling me how lucky I was to have a wife like Lisa. If someone had told me back then that these two would blow up my life in spectacular fashion, I would have laughed. But ignorance isn't bliss. It's expensive stupidity with slightly better packaging. Everything detonated during a work conference in Chicago, a place so depressing it felt like the city itself wanted to leave. After sitting through hours of mind-numbing presentations about supply chain optimization, I returned to my hotel room, lonely and homesick. I missed my cats, I missed my bed. Hell, I even missed Lisa's icy feet attacking me in the middle of the night. So, like a devoted idiot, I called her. It was late, around 1 a.m. I just wanted to hear her voice. Someone answered. It wasn't Lisa, not even close. Hey man, she's busy right now. She call you later, Kevin's voice, my best friend. Answering my wife's phone at 1 in the morning. There are moments when the mind shuts off to protect itself. This was one of them. A switch flipped. My heartbeat slowed to a crawl. I became weirdly calm, so calm it scared even me. The world went silent, all except for one sound. In the background, I heard her, laughing, that soft, genuine laugh I hadn't heard in years. The laugh she used to give me. I could have screamed. I could have begged. I could have demanded answers. Instead, I said the one sentence that felt right, the only thing that made sense in that moment of absolute chaos. Keep her, bro. She's your problem now. Then I hung up. And I slept like a baby. I don't know how, but I did. 8 solid hours of undisturbed, dreamless sleep. The next morning, reality hit like a freight train, but not with pain. With clarity, pure, unfiltered clarity. I checked my phone, 37 missed calls, Kevin, Lisa, my mother. It was like a small community was grieving my betrayal of their little secret, as if it was some kind of public entertainment. I muted everything, every notification, every ringtone. Then I walked down to the hotel breakfast buffet and ate like a man celebrating a new life. I'm talking bacon, waffles, cinnamon rolls bigger than my regrets. Each bite felt like a victory. I was free. I just didn't know what to do with that freedom yet. When I finally returned home, the house felt different, like a crime scene waiting for the investigator to arrive. And I was that investigator. My quiet, predictable life had been a lie, and I was about to uncover just how deep it went. I started digging. It didn't take long. Liars get lazy. They get complacent. I found receipts for dinners for 2 at fancy restaurants I'd never been to. A hotel room she stayed in during her supposed PR conference in our own city. Lingerie I had never seen before, tucked away in the back of her drawer, the worst part. The social media trail. Instagram posts tagging locations nowhere near her book club, and then I saw it. Photos of our cats, my cats, at Kevin's apartment with captions like he was their third parent. The betrayal wasn't a single moment of weakness. It was a long, detailed project they had built together, right under my nose. They had constructed a whole separate life using the pieces of mine. When Lisa came home that day, she greeted me with a forced, practiced calm. "How was Chicago?" she asked, a perfect smile on her face. "Informative," I said, matching her tone. She relaxed, because liars always relax when they think they're still winning. They think their reality is the only one that matters, so I played along for days. I was the perfect clueless husband. I listened to her stories about her week, nodded and smiled. I let her believe she had gotten away with it. Every moment of her performance was fuel for my fire. She had no idea that I wasn't just observing her lies anymore. I was collecting them. I was building a case. And the storm that was coming was one she would never see. I wasn't the victim anymore. I was the man with a plan. And trust me, it was a good one.